this video you will learn how to deploy Kubernetes on your laptop by using Minikube. We'll do it in 3 steps. First we're going to install Docker, then we're going to use Minikube to start your Kubernetes cluster, and then third we're going to quickly verify that this cluster is up and running by using kubectl. Alright, so the first step is simply installing Docker Engine, and for this example we're going to install Docker on Ubuntu, which is, you can just do this. You can search it yourself, even with typos it works. Install Docker Engine on Ubuntu, go to the first link, and if you use another distro, you replace Ubuntu for whatever distro you're using. And what I recommend, which is not probably what most people recommend, is using the convenience script. It's not recommended for security, but it does make life easier. You just download the script, run the script, and then Docker will be installed. So I would recommend doing that if I were you and you just want to get stuff done. We can take a look at what's in the script. Get Docker. I'm not going to run it. I'm actually using Arch Linux, so I'm not going to do it. But this is what it would do for you. It would configure the right mirror, their Debian package, and then it will install it somewhere from the package itself. And I already have it running. I got it set up and working, and then as you can see, Docker PS works. For most people, you will probably, after installation, you'll probably want to do this. You want to add your current user to the Docker group. In my case, my username is Samos, and that will add your current user to the Docker group. And I didn't use sudo, so let's do re-execute that command. But now it's sudo. And then if you want it to be effective directly, you can do new group Docker, and that you'll be able to use Docker PS directly. So it looks like Docker is running. Let's do a Docker run hello world and see if this works. Yes, so my Docker is running, and that's a prerequisite for running Minikube. So we did the first part. Now let's go to the second part, which is installing Minikube. Now let's take a look. If I were to do this, I just go install Minikube, and that should get me started. SJ. So they say, oh, we need this Minikube start, and this is the installation step, is to download this binary and then place it in user bin. That's all we need to do. I actually already have it installed, but for the video, you would run this. I'm not actually running it. What I did, I'm using Arch Linux. So Arch Linux has a lot of packages by default. I just use this, and I already have it installed, so I'm not going to reinstall it. So Minikube is installed for me already. Let's check the version. Whatever is the version. Help. Let's take a look. Maybe it doesn't have a version. I don't know where that's version or not. Oh, it does have version 1.28, which is pretty close to what is the latest here as well. So all we need to do is to get our cluster up and running. All we have to do is Minikube start, and that should get us a running Docker Kubernetes cluster. You see, it already started a container as part of the Minikube thing, and it's preparing Kubernetes for Docker. One more thing actually that I forgot about is you do need to download kubectl as well. In my case, that was as simple as doing using the Arch Linux package manager to install kubectl. But in your case, if you're in Ubuntu or another system, you can do kubectl, get kubectl install, Google that, and then go to the official Kubernetes page for how to install Kubernetes on kubectl on Linux or somewhere else, wherever you're running. And they have a handy download, and then you place that binary in your binary path, and then you can use kubectl. So that's it. It looks like our Kubernetes cluster is already up and running. Let's give it a quick test. Kubectl should be configured. It says kubectl is configured to use the Minikube cluster. So we should be able to run get pods and it shouldn't return anything. Cool. And then let's check if what does the node say? It says Minikube control node. All right, let's deploy something to this cluster. Let's just search for a sample deployment. Sample pod. Let's do a sample pod. And let's just run that. So we're gonna copy paste this simple pod YAML. We can probably just press copy to clipboard. There's some set paste, so we can easily paste into Vim. It's a bit messed up with all the empty lines, but it might just work that way. Let's give it a try. Or if it doesn't work, we can always remove those empty lines, but it shouldn't matter. Cool. It's creating the pod. Give it a moment. I have an alias for kubectl, that's why I don't have to write the full kubectl. Describe pod, nginx. Looks like it worked. It's running up and running. So that was a very quick and easy way to get a Kubernetes cluster up and running and deploy a sample nginx pod to this cluster. Alright, hope you liked the video. That was a very short tutorial on how to get started with Kubernetes on your laptop. Let me know if you have any other topics. Please leave a comment with any other topic you would like me to cover in a similar way.